The race for Ward 5 reaching the finish line. Your votes have now been counted. Tonight we have team coverage of tonight's special election. 23 ABC's Tim Callahan is in the live center with a quick breakdown of the election. But first we're going to start things off with 23 ABC's Leah Pizzetti at JC's Place in downtown Bakersfield, where Ward 5 candidate winner Bruce Freeman is.
That's right. We are here in downtown Bakersfield right now. Bruce Freeman is here right now. Let's listen on what he has to say.
I think it's kind of a pretty overwhelming victory, and I'm just really happy that my message resonated with the people.
Now, this was a rough and tumble campaign. You know that. We've been following it this whole time. What message do you think the voters who supported you sent the city of Bakersfield tonight?
I think really two. The first was they really want experienced, qualified people on the council. I think that was a real clear message. And the other, they really want these to be Bakersfield people making the decisions. I don't think they liked all the money coming from out of Bakersfield to try to influence our council and buy another council seat. I think it was just a huge rejection of that. You know, Bakersfield people have to elect Bakersfield people and support Bakersfield people on the council. We don't want to be run by the longshoremen or the Teamsters Union or the Carpenters Union from LA. That was a big message tonight. I hope we don't have to go through that again.
And just before I hand you off, any message to Mr. Pinio and Mr. Nance on tonight's election?
Well, I think, that everybody fought a hard campaign. I'm sure they're, tired and glad this is over. I wish them well in the future. And, my job now is to see if I can help the city.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Congratulations.
Mr. Freeman over here. So the turnout was not as high as we thought it would be in this election. Turnout was actually pretty low. Would you say that you called this a dirty campaign? Would you say it was because of that?
Well, I didn't call it a dirty campaign. I didn't appreciate a lot of the sort of unpleasant things that, Mr. Nance put me through here, but I think, the people of Bakersfield just don't like that kind of campaigning. This was about what are your ideas, what can you do for the city, not how much can you smear your opponent. And I think people of Bakersfield sent a loud message tonight. They want people to tell them what are their ideas for solving problems here. And that's the kind of campaign we ran, and I'm proud we did it that way. I knew that the people would respond to that as a positive message, not a negative message. So I'm happy with the outcome and ready to get to work.
And really quickly, people of Bakersfield, what message do you have for them? What is your big goal?
Well, my big message for them is first, thank you for supporting me and Ward 5 for electing me. My goal is to bring my background as a resource to the council to try to help solve some of the serious problems we have. I'm a growth guy. All my life I've been developing things, creating projects which created jobs. I like to be creative and think out of the box. So I hope that just as one more voice on the council, one more resource that I can work with the others and we can help solve the problems here.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for your time and congratulations. And you tell me, to start about mid-July, correct? Mid-July? Mid-July you'll be starting?
Mid-July, yeah. Get to work in mid-July. I think I got to do a little homework before mid-July to catch up.
All right, thank you very much. Reporting live in downtown Bakersfield, back to you.
All right, Leah, thanks for that update. And talking a little bit more about this race, of course, as Freeman was alluding to there, a lot of negative campaigning happening from his opponent, he claims, Ryan Nance. Also, the money that's been spent on this, we reported today, the city of Bakersfield will foot a cost of more than $140,000 just to put on this campaign, as well as the candidates both themselves raising about $150,000 each that was spent to put on the radio, television ads, as well as the flyers and different campaigning tactics that they use. I want to take you back to the numbers here as we look at the final results. This is all precincts reporting. Bruce Freeman taking a commanding lead tonight with 62% of the vote. Ryan Nance behind him with 33%, getting just under 1,700 votes. Noel Penio with 5% of the vote tonight. And we caught up with Ryan Nance earlier, who ran during the last election to Jeff Tack. He lost, of course, but after Tack's death, he decided to run again. Nance spent months campaigning on the issues, helping Bakersfield during its time of growth. He said his experience as a carpenter and teacher made him a better fit for the job than his opponent, Bruce Freeman. Nance told us tonight that even if he lost, he will still continue to be involved in the community.
I've always given back to our community. I mean, that's what I do. So, you know, if it doesn't work out, then I'll figure that out tomorrow. But I mean, you can rest assured that I'll always give back.
And over the course of the campaign, Nance accused Freeman of several issues of not being a registered voter here in Kern County and other accusations. Again tonight, Bruce Freeman, the declared winner in the Ward 5 seats.
And 23 ABC News also caught up with Noel Penio, the retired science teacher and stay-at-home dad tonight. He campaigned on the fact that he didn't receive any money from special interest groups or unions to run his campaign. He said if elected, he would have pushed for Bakersfield Police Department officers to get body cameras and help bridge the divide between police and the community. He says he's still concerned with how much money was spent on a city council seat that is essentially a volunteer position.
One thing that I'm really concerned about is if either Bruce Freeman or Ryan Nance win tonight, then in essence the community is going to be rewarding them for raising $100,000 worth of special interest money as well as $100,000 in Citizens United money.
Penio says he will continue to substitute teach and attend city council meetings.